What's up, guys? Welcome back to our playtesting of Mana Mastery. Now, we are running a little bit different version of this deck, thanks largely in part, to some really just excellent and insightful advice that you guys have been putting down and some insights that you guys have been putting down in the comments. So I gotta thank you very much for that. This particular build's been getting some very, very awesome wins, really sick wins. Hopefully we'll be able to continue that on right now when the cameras are actually rolling. But, I mean, I've been doing pretty well with this. Let's see what Carlos has got for me. Whenever you're ready, sir. Here we go. Let's do this. Alright, so maybe we'll see some of the new cards, maybe we'll see some of the changes, maybe we will not, but I really think that we're getting closer to zeroing in on the ideal 60 for this deck. So I will be posting a video that's got like a modified or revamped 60 when I feel like it's performing the way we want it to. I don't have any ramp, but I'm kind of okay with this. I'm going to go in one more time though. That's okay, that's better. That's actually better. So we'll go ahead and keep this. We're going to grab a blue out of here. This guy's got a couple too many cards, but not too much. We might be facing goblins here, perhaps. Let's go ahead and throw that down and say go. We're going to get an island at his instep. Then mana ramp accordingly. I don't really know what we grab here. We pretty much got everything we need. Oh, looks like we're taking on Boros. That's actually pretty awesome. Haven't seen that around too much. Yep, that's what I wanted. I almost tricked myself there for a second. But he doesn't have a whole lot else to do. He must have drawn that, because if he would have had the one drop, he would have played it, obviously. We'll put that down. I guess we'll grab another swamp. We kind of have everything that we need for right now. But we'll just go ahead and throw a swamp down there, just so we have it going. We probably should have grabbed another forest, now that I think about it. But the chances of us actually getting double, like a double ramp spell at this point are actually pretty low. I'm not in love with how this is shaping up right now. I could really use with my instant speed Pyroclasm. I would love to see that. It would be fantastic for me. He has played out a lot of the cards in his hand, so I'm not too worried about it, because we do have Prophetic Bolt here, which is a amazing card. It's going to let us just really get rid of one of his monsters and get a card to kind of try and take care of the herd here. We still don't have anything to do though, which is getting a little worrisome for me. I mean, we are going to get hit in the face quite often here. So I am a little worried. I would really love to see some removal show up at some point. That's what this deck is supposed to do, and it's not really doing it right now. So we got Guild Mage, but it tapped all jankily on him, so he can't give it haste. That is terrible. I'm going to go ahead and assume that that was the computer's fault and not his, and that really sucks, because that is pretty lame. I don't really know who I even take out with Bolt, to be honest. That's pretty good, but we want to save that until we have a better target for it. We are going to Bolt something, though, during his attack step, or at least at his end step, so we can try and draw another card. We might just Bolt him in the face, but we are taking 5 damage now, so that is kind of a problem for us. I really don't want to have to deal with that in the least. And we probably should, yeah, give that guy haste. I'm going to go ahead and kill it, just to be a dick. We'll get rid of that, and we will grab... That's not very good against him, because it's just a mono color. But it's at least a 5/5 body, and we kind of need to throw something out on the field. And we will be able to put him down there next turn, because I got double swamps. It's like I'm a prophet. So we're taking 5 damage, we're at 9, we are not doing fantastic. I'm definitely not feeling great about this. And I certainly just misplayed when I didn't take out the guy that I couldn't Maelstrom Pulse. So that was a huge mistake on my part. I should have taken out the 2/2 flyer and then Maelstrom Pulsed both of the Guild Mages So that was just atrocious of me. I feel terrible about myself right now. I wouldn't be surprised if that didn't cost us this game. If he stays aggressive, he really needs to attack in here, and he did not. That was a huge mistake on his part. It's actually probably going to allow us to stabilize. Yep, instant speed Pyroclasm is definitely going to be enough to get us back in this match. But honestly, I shouldn't be. I really shouldn't be. There's not a lot that he could have done because the Pyroclasm was coming off the top of my deck right now. So I don't feel like he made a huge mistake. But the Pyroclasm is just going to ruin his day when I end up playing that. Especially after the huge mistake I made with Maelstrom Pulse. Like, I feel dirty for what's about to happen here. We'll go ahead and he'll trigger to no avail. He's got no targets. We'll see if this guy's attacking in. I really want him to play something else to kill, but it looks like he's just going to attack me. And I'm already hitting the button because I want to be sure to stop it. And we will instant speed. That is so good. That is so good. If you guys are not running instant speed Pyroclasm in your deck, you really need to. It is spectacular. So I'm 1000% confident in our ability to win now. We've pretty much completely stabilized. My battery for my controller's a little low though. That seems unprofessional. Let's get in there and take him to 10, maybe. There we go. Game had to give that some thought. It was not positive that that was the play. We'll go ahead and take this guy to 10, say go. This is kind of how this deck is supposed to run. I mean, it's very efficient, to be honest with you. It's way better than I thought it'd be. Obviously, we didn't have the best starting hand, and we were still able to get to a point where we are just going to dominate him now just from the sheer amount of removal we have. That guy's okay. I don't run him personally. That's definitely a card that he could get rid of to take his deck down to 60. I don't think he'd miss it too much. I'll Vindicate that guy just because. So there he goes. I still got the Maelstrom Pulse in case he gets some kind of doubles down on the field, but I doubt he will. Yeah, that would have been the sick play that I missed out on. Would just be to effectively use my P-Bolt right and then drop Maelstrom Pulse the way I was supposed to. But whatever. I mean, we still got in here. He played the land. He's sticking around. He's not just scooping. So you gotta give this guy a good effort. I mean, he did the best he could. There's no sense in playing anything else. We will just swoop in for our 5, and that will be good game. Not the most entertaining episode, though, so we might just run straight into another one. But I'm not positive. This could get up there, but I don't know. I'm not too sure. It wasn't very exciting, but it did show how this deck, this particular build, is able to just dominate. And the trick is to this deck that I will tell you guys is that you can't sweat getting hit. Like, you can get down below 10 life. You can get to 9, to 7, to, 6. Maybe not 6, but I will feel comfortable right up to 7 with this deck. So don't be too afraid if you start losing a bunch of life early on in the matches because your late game is just so powerful. That would be my advice from today for this build. We're going to jump right back in and try and get another match. I think we'll see, but for right now, let's just go ahead and just because I'm a little curious, let's just see where we're at in the leaderboards. Just see how we've done for ourselves. That's not too bad since we've only played maybe 10 matches on this account. So that is pretty good considering there are so many ranked players. I'm not too upset by that. I think we've been doing alright for ourselves. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope it helped you a little bit with Mana Mastery. I think this build, the build that I started with, I think it's really good. Really, the only changes that I made were just 2 cards. One that I took out, one that I put in. I put in the Sphinx that takes your opponent's down to 10 life or up to 10 life. I mean, it depends. It has to take somebody's life total to 10. And that is just spectacular. I actually pulled off an amazing win against a life gain pile just by playing that. He was at like 80 something life because I had nothing to do in the early game. I dropped that guy. I had 2 5/5s on the board and I swung in for lethal all in one turn. It was beautiful and I was kicking myself for not recording. But it was really satisfying. So anyway, that kind of got sidetracked. But I hope you guys liked this episode and I will see you on the next one.